Alright guys, it's time for another Goodwill DVD Blu-ray shopping video. Let's go inside and see what we can find. Okay guys, here we are at the DVD and CD section. Let's see if we can find any goodies today. We have a bunch of Blu-rays. Okay, you know, The Devil Wears Prada, Nights in Rodanthe, Much Ado About Nothing. That's Shakespeare, right? But this is a film by Joss Whedon, based on the play by William Shakespeare. So Joss Whedon is what is he? Some superhero guy or some he made something. So here's his Shakespeare version. And also I remember having this back in the day, Kill Bill 1 and 2, and it also came in like a pack where you could put both DVDs in there. So this brings back good memories. I can't wait till they release that on 4K. Also, today was it says 50% off blue, so I think B means blue, so that means it'll be 50% off. I think these run for like $3, so 50% off that will be $1.50. I'm hoping it's $1.50 because, you know, inflation. But we will see what happens. So we got a bunch of Blu-rays here. Look, we got the classic Home Alone with Macaulay Culkin, and then we got a few copies of Eagle Eye. I remember when I was back here last time, there was a few copies of some stuff, you know, the Karate Kid with these are some good finds. This isn't a good find. This isn't the original, that's the remake. But Ever After and Harold and Kumar are pretty good finds. Ever After with Drew, you know, on her knees, Drew, on her talk show, she's always getting on her knees. But I actually never seen this, Ever After, a Cinderella story, but a good 90s goodness here. And then, you know, Harold and Kumar, this is part 2. I remember this being like definitely a little more vulgar than the first one. And then the third one is like the Christmas one. So yeah, this one's okay. I kind of like him, Cal Penn. He's in that horror movie Smile, so check him out if you haven't seen that. There's some interesting titles here. The Page Master, this is, you know, definitely, I never ever see this out, and this is a sealed copy too. You know, remember Macaulay Culkin was the 90s kid, and this one, like, I don't remember this being a hit, but this was like kind of one of those underrated movies. It kind of just like came and went. No one really talked about this one because it's kind of weird and dragons and fantasy, and yeah, but look, sealed. So it says you know, $3.74, but that's a Walmart price. Also full screen Grease. Remember, I was talking about full screen and someone asked me, what's wrong with full screen? Everything is wrong with full screen DVDs because this film has been modified from its original version. It has been formatted to fit your TV. So when it comes to DVDs and you want a widescreen edition, but they don't do it anymore because everything is HD, everything. This is kind of sealed too. Back when DVDs first came out, it was if it was a popular movie, they made 2 versions, full screen and widescreen, because people didn't like the black bars. But a special collector's edition, look, this film is presented in a widescreen format. The black bars on the top and bottom of your screen are normal. So, and this is a 2-disc Forrest Gump. It should have a booklet in here or a slip, but it doesn't. So you know, I still have that on VHS, I believe. Here's Ratatouille or Raccacoonie, right? If you guys saw Everything Everywhere All at Once, Raccacoonie, with a slipcover. I don't think I've ever seen that movie either. And I was seeing a slipcover. Oh, just the slip for Jason Statham. Safe. Just the slip, no disc. And I know this was just released on 4K from the Oliver Stone collection, Natural Born Killers, and I used to have this. This is a good find, and it's B for blue, and if this is not out yet on Criterion, it's coming out. I used to have this, and this is perfect. It comes with the slip and it comes with 2 discs, so this is already going into the maybe pile. I've been wanting to re-add this to my collection. I used to have it, got rid of it, never re-got it, so this is a good sign. And speaking of signs, there it is, M. Night Shyamalan's Signs, with signed, sealed, delivered. And look at this, when a man loves a woman, yeah, remember, like, it was based off that song, when a man loves a woman, starring Andy Garcia and Meg Ryan. So 90s goodness right there. I already got lucky on this side, and I'll just put this to the side here, but let's try to find some good stuff. You know, if you're in the holiday spirit, we got Scrooged with Bill Murray. And it's funny, I was hearing he was him and Khalees were dating. You know, her milkshake brings all the boys to the yard, including Bill Murray. And here is a snapper of Mystic River. You see, widescreen edition, so this is good to go. Checklist, this is good to go. Okay, and look at this, Beyonce. You know, the new Taylor Swift is out, and then Beyonce is coming up next for all you pop enthusiasts, and it even comes with a insert inside. Okay, the Beyonce Experience Live. And here is okay, this is a good find too, Miller's Crossing. This is a Coen Brothers, yes, and I don't think I've ever seen this movie, but it is a good find. One I want to add to the collection is The Man Who Wasn't There with Billy Bob Thornton. And another one a friend was always talking about was Barton Fink. That was another one I never seen, and you know, I just would rather see it on streaming than buy it, and just in case I don't like it, because Coen Brothers, it's like sometimes yes, sometimes no, sometimes you don't like it, but then you're thinking about it later, so I'm not too sure. Here is, I'm always finding, there's always a Saw movie, and here is one of my favorite ones, Saw 3. Well, not one of my favorite ones, but one of the most brutal. And it was definitely after this one where I kind of checked out of the series. I was like, all right, this isn't really what I want. Like, I didn't see like Saw X or Jigsaw or none of that stuff. But I know that I think a sequel was just announced or released, and I believe it's coming to Netflix. Chicken Run, and then Chicken Run 2. I haven't seen this, and I don't like these lock where you have to unlock, and there's probably nothing inside either besides a disc. So another Beyonce I Am World Tour. Wasn't she Sasha Fierce? And this is sealed and everything. 108 shows, 78 cities, full concert DVD, a 40-page book, and exclusive footage. Look at that, a DVD and a CD. Hands in the air, y'all. That's entertainment. This is a good one right here. The compilation, except this is Treasures from the Vault, so this is probably like best of That's Entertainment. Well, it says 157 minutes, so the best of MGM, you know, all those great musicals. You know, there's 3 That's Entertainment films. This is a good one. Papillon, isn't Dustin Hoffman, okay, and Steve McQueen, because I just been rewatching Marathon Man, and okay, I'll have to see. I've never seen this, but I know about it. You know, we're just looking here. Here we got Borat with a slip, full screen. No good. This is a good find here. I may have seen this last time, not Iron Man, but Jack Nicholson in One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest with Louise Fletcher as Nurse Ratched right there. And this is a good, because this is a extended slipcase snapper with that, you know, an extra picture there. One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. White Oleander. This is a good find. It's kind of like a Lifetime movie in a widescreen edition too. And you know, I think the chick from Drag Me to Hell is in this, and also Michelle Pfeiffer. Renee Zellweger. I remember that. Michelle Pfeiffer like gets out of jail or is in jail, something along those lines. I think it's like they murdered her husband or one of those movies, but I remember seeing this or liking this, so this is a good find in a snapper case there. And it's just too bad that the last time I was here, or I remember running into a snapper, a bullet, so I'm definitely not gonna get just a regular old blind case. But this is a good find here. Close Encounters of the Third Kind, the special edition, but I don't see much of special features there. It's just saying, you know, digitally remastered. That's not really a special feature, that's like a requirement. But this is a slipcase, a 2-disc collector's edition of The Incredibles, deleted scenes, the Academy Award short, and audio commentary. That's much more of a special edition. But what is this? The American Mall, the extended edition. It said MTV. This is a movie. It has a director's commentary. Never even heard of this. Let's look inside. Okay, it's sealed, so it's not much to look at inside, but I never even heard of this either. From the executive producers of High School Musical. Well, no wonder. This is a rare find too. I'm finding some rare stuff here. Interesting stuff. Mr. Holland's Opus. I used to be in band when I was a kid in the 90s, and I remember, you know, when this one came out, you know, 96 or so, 95, you know, Richard Dreyfuss, Mr. Holland's Opus. Also, here we got a Transformers the movie, a 20th anniversary special edition. Here we go. We got some special features here. Theatrical and full screen. Okay, so you know you got best of both worlds here. You got widescreen and full screen. And you got a bunch of DVD-ROM shit, which is like useless. And we got some commentary, fan commentary, photo gallery, storyboards. So why would someone get rid of this? Why would you get rid of this? But here we have Transformers the movie, which I've never seen. But here we got Air Buddies with a slipcover. So this is one of the sequels, you know, from Air Bud. And John Cena, My Life, with a slip. Alright, so he's probably, okay, he's without a shirt, and he's sleeveless. And then, so here's all his wrestling, MMA, not really sure what he does. But then I guess he crossed over to being an actor, so kind of like The Rock, right? So WWE. So his life, John Cena, My Life. Okay, but and then this is a good one too, The Outsiders. Francis Ford Coppola, and this is based off of that book, Pony Boy. And very homoerotic, this one, but it's kind of weird because they're all like brothers or kind of brothers, so it would be like incest homoerotic. Yeah, you know, people talk about Top Gun being the gayest movie ever made. I think this one is definitely up there, maybe number 2. But this is a good one too. It's in a nice snapper case, and I think this was just released in an anniversary edition. So this is a good find. I may just put this here, and it's B for blue. Today is 50% off blue, so if I could get this for a good price. This is my stack right here, and they're both blue, so that means half off. So I'm hoping for that. You know, if I can't find Showgirls, I would at least like to find something. But I was just looking at something else here, and now I can't find it. Oh yeah, this, the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull, but the only reason was because it had a slip. And then now they got the Dial of Destiny. And I was thinking about Inspector Gadget the other day, and this is cool. It's like a tin case. Oh, Bernie Mac, biggest chapter ever. So I guess this is one of those movies. But what, as Bernie Mac as Inspector Gadget? That's definitely interesting. Or is he Dr. Claw? I don't know, but I definitely remember the cartoon from the 80s, and I don't even think I saw those Matthew Broderick movies. But this is a good one too, Darkman. I know that there's 3 of these movies. Isn't Liam Neeson in this? Yes, and Frances McDormand, directed by Sam Raimi. And there's 3 of these movies. The third one, Die, Darkman, Die. Okay, kind of found a title that never see. It's Dudley Do Right with Brendan Fraser. So if you want to see his flop career, this is definitely one of them. For sure, I found some cool stuff. The Vanishing and Chain Reaction. So this is that remake. I know I have the original one on Criterion, and then they did a 90s remake with Kiefer Sutherland there. So here's a double feature disc, and also the horror pack, 15 films. We Are Not Alone, Night of the Living Dead, Dominique is Dead, Dementia 13. So this is one of those, I can never think of that free copyright word where it's like available online, the no copyright, expired copyright films, that they're all stacked together here. But you know, pretty good. Vincent Price, Karen Black, Christopher Lee, James Earl Jones. So, and also The White River Kid with Bob Hoskins, Antonio Banderas, and Ellen Barkin. This is a good one too. Mekhi Phifer and Julia Stiles, and of course Josh Hartnett. The most controversial movie of the year. I was watching this on the Max. So this one, you know, had a kind of iffy release. It definitely flopped. But look at this, Sticky Fingers. So you always want to be careful of this. Make sure you do your own quality control when you come to these places, Goodwill, flea markets, and the like. You know, that was a stolen disc. And you also want to watch for bootlegs. I haven't seen any bootlegs today, so that's a very good sign too. But you always got to do your own quality control. Don't just buy something, you know, quickly. We got a bunch of Star Wars, which we're gonna look at, but we also have like that 60s doo-wop, you know, the best of the Shirelles. Mama said there'll be days like this. Mama said, Mama said. So if you like that music and the Platters, only you. So, you know, good music, and we got the Francis Ford Coppola classic, Apocalypse Now, one of the most troubled productions ever. And you know, we got this destruction of the Kurtz compound with a commentary. No insert, and I do have this on 4K, so I'm not gonna get no dollar DVD or anything. Okay, so we're gonna look at you know, the original. Oh, but you see, these are all yellow, so I'm not gonna buy these anyway. But we got oh, of course, no wonder they got rid of them. So is there any point? Full screen, you know, of course they got rid of them. They're useless. This is a pretty good find too, from Justin to Kelly, in a special edition here. You know, the American Idol winners. Well, she was the winner and he was the runner-up, and they had to make a movie as a part of their contract. You know, this is someone got rid of this too, the full screen of Lord of the Rings. But what is this? We shall now be moved. Oh, okay. Martin Luther King. Got a double feature of Rush Hour. Oh, this was a good find too. I found Annie Hall. I found Manhattan somewhere back there. Any no special features or anything, but maybe an insert. No insert either. And this is good. All Quiet on the Western Front from Artisan DVD, whatever version that one is. Right? It's a good one. Oh, Brother Art. Another. Is this Coen Brothers? Yeah. Wasn't this nominated for Best Picture, Best Soundtrack of all time? I don't know. Yeah, I found some good ones here. Manhattan, Paper Moon, Out of Africa. So, you know, this is another Woody Allen. And I don't know what this is, Black or White. Okay, Kevin Costner, Octavia Spencer. And then Paper Moon, this is Bogdanovich. Good little, nice little case here. Not the lock. Nothing inside. No. Out of Africa. Checking out the CDs here, and I did see a sealed copy of the Schindler's List soundtrack. The original motion picture soundtrack, bro. Shouldn't this be in everyone's collection? The Schindler's List original motion picture soundtrack. This is an interesting find too. The best of Saturday Night Live from New York. The Saturday Night Live band. Okay, featuring those guys there. Let's see, is there? All right. Featuring the catalog of other, CDs you can purchase from the record company. Also, another one of the best-selling soundtracks ever, right? Titanic, featuring just the score, all score, and then one, My Heart Will Go On at the end. It's like just buy the single. Nope, they bought the whole CD. I should highlight this, the CD soundtrack booklets, because I used to buy, we all used to buy CD soundtracks, and inside they had all these cool, production stills, things like that. So, they don't do that no more. You can't get that on Spotify, can you? Nope, can't get that on Spotify. But Oprah Winfrey presents The Color Purple, a new musical. And I was trying to, I've seen the original film, the Steven Spielberg film, and I don't think that was a musical or they had songs in it. I'll have to rewatch it. But the new film with Fantasia and The Little Mermaid, that's going to be a musical. So I guess maybe the original play or the original story is a musical. I might have to brush up my history on The Color Purple, but I have seen that Steven Spielberg film, and I will see the film with The Little Mermaid, Halle Bailey, because every time I see her name, I'm like, oh, Halle Berry? No, it's Halle Bailey. It's kind of interesting. So, The Color Purple. But I guess this is The Passion of the Christ, the definitive edition. So, yeah, look at that, bro. All those special features. This might be good to get just on a special feature thing. You got a booklet. I don't know. I'm going to put this in the maybe pile. But here we got a slip of Lady and the Tramp, the 30th anniversary platinum edition. You see, you got games and activities and backstage Disney and all that good stuff. Here we have Degrassi with Drake, Aubrey. Did anyone listen to his new album? I don't listen to Drake's music, but I heard it's not good. And here is The Crazies. I think this is the remake. Yeah, this is the remake. There was a George Romero, I believe, made the original. But I did see the remake. I don't know. Just one of those, forgettable remakes. And we almost got a Brad Pitt triple feature here. Babel, Troy, and Moneyball. Brad Pitt. And then Brad Pitt's in this one. Brad Pitt. This was his first movie. Hot guy. Take off your shirt. Here's MASH. Is this the movie? Yeah, this is the movie. And I know there's the series. People like the series. But I saw this movie, yeah, Robert Altman. This is where it opens with that Suicide is Painless song. So, I thought it was okay, but maybe I should catch up with the series. Maybe, it's a, 40, 50-year-old series already? I'll catch up with it on MeTV. Maybe. Some interesting titles here. I kind of remember this. Robots with Robin Williams. Full screen. I wouldn't mind maybe seeing it again on streaming. Kind of one of those things where I saw it in the theater and then I probably didn't appreciate it. I was probably just like, why am I watching this? It's not that it's a bad movie, but I was like, why am I watching this? And then Hairspray. This is the remake, and of course I love the original. John Waters and Charlotte's Web. Just another, I guess, version based off the book. I don't know if this is that original. 73 it says. So this is a good version. Not that I'm going to buy it, but this is probably one you would see in school or something like that. And I did want to check out these grumpier old men. And then here was another grumpy old man. So you got a double feature, a double snapper feature here. Old men get frisky. These guys are usually funny. So I don't know if I've ever seen those movies though. Definitely saw Dennis the Menace with Walter Matthau. This was a good one to find too. I got confused. It says the House Party Collection 4 films, and I was like, there was 4 house parties, but there's not one house party in here. Don't Be a Man, Senseless, Underclassmen, and Ride. So yeah, but I think there are 4 house parties, but there was 3 that went to the theater, and then the other ones were just like straight to the trash bin. And then here's Yaya, Divine Secrets of the Yaya Sisterhood unit, in a nice snapper, chick flick. Nice little chick flick. I used to love watching this movie growing up. 9 Months with Hugh Grant, Julianne Moore, Joan Cusack. This is probably why I fell in love with Joan Cusack. She's so funny in this movie. This is actually a good find too. Airheads, Brendan Fraser, Adam Sandler, Steve Buscemi. Never see this one out. So it would be definitely be a good find. This is actually a good find too. What Dreams May Come. This is another one where I had it and then I didn't have it. So you got a commentary, a making of, and I remember this one. It's like about his wife commits suicide and then she ends up in hell or something like that. I almost want to buy this, but there's no booklet inside, and I almost feel like it should have a booklet. And this was on Tubi the other day, and I didn't watch it, so I don't know. This will just maybe go back. But also, here was the classic Lady and the Tramp 2 that I wanted to show you. Scamp's Adventure. I also thought this was an interesting find. Empire Falls, a miniseries. It just, looks like a book, and it definitely has a cool little feel to it. So let me know if any of you are familiar with this miniseries event from HBO Films. Every small town has a big story. Okay, I found some other really good finds here, like A Fish Called Wanda. Now, I remember definitely loving the Fierce Creatures from the 90s, and I guess this was the first one where the team got together. And then Fierce Creatures, I guess, is a quasi sequel. Also, this is like one of my favorite ones. I almost want to buy this, and it's B for Blue, so it'll be half off. 2-disc special edition. Now, if it has a booklet inside, which it doesn't, but it does have a 2-disc, and like I say, this movie is so freaking good, and it does have a commentary by Robert Redford. Blue, half off. I think this has to go in the yes pile. And now this is the Pakula, part of the Pakula trilogy, which also includes Clute and the Parallax View, Alan J. Pakula. Okay, so this one is awesome. It's turning into one of my favorite movies ever. Woodward and Bernstein, and Deep Throat in All the President's Men. Also, this is a good find here. Shirley Temple and Friends, 8 classic movies, 4-disc, and 15 short films. I see this is an interesting find too. Jerry Seinfeld live on Broadway. I'm telling you one last time, in a snapper case. Oh, this is a good one. Another Brendan Fraser. A lot of Brendan Fraser movies here. School Ties. Kind of like a racist, aren't they? It's one of those Irish versus Jewish. I think it's one of those types of movies. Good movie though. And then I don't know, I might have to rewatch this again, but I don't remember liking Toy Story 2 nearly as much as Toy Story 1. When I get another free trial to Disney Plus, I'll try to give it another go. But this is a good find too, the complete second season of Full House. I have the first one, but I already saw it all on HBO Max. Also, this is a pretty rare find. Empire. I know that like Fat Joe is in this, and John Leguizamo. Yeah, I saw this in the movie theater. One of those like hip-hop gangster drug movies. Another one of my favorites was Vegas Vacation. I definitely remember seeing this in the theater as a kid. Probably, I saw this probably before the original, and this has, the famous Vegas buffet with the blue food and the snake babysitters. So I always loved the 4th one in the series, Vegas Vacation. And also, here is, what is this? A Day at the Races. Oh, the Marx Brothers. Okay. So that's definitely some old classic stuff right there. And then you got Chariots of Fire, Best Picture winner. Oh, that's a really nice cover, featuring that famous theme, which I can't think of right now. Oh, look at this, a Joe Rogan live from the belly of the beast, sending gender and race relations back to the Stone Ages. So for all you Joe Rogan experience people, I feel this one's kind of like an overrated movie. I just never got into this one, Carlito's Way. Like the chick who's at Penelope Ann Miller, she sucks in this movie. So I just could never get into this one. You know, it's not like they compare it to like Scarface and stuff and The Godfather, and I don't know. I never got into that one. Cult classics, Dementia 13. That's, you know, the ultimate free copyright, no copyright, expired copyright. I can never remember that word. Public domain. I had to use Google. Public domain. Okay, so I'll try to learn for next time. I'll just say free copyright. This one didn't seem too familiar to me. Ruthless People. Oh, Danny DeVito and Bette Midler. You will find Ruthless People nothing short of hilarious. I never even heard of that, so that can't be true. But this is another movie that I've never seen, and I hear the book is good. I never read The Road. And this is a John Huston classic. Katharine Hepburn, Humphrey Bogart, The African Queen. Okay guys, that about does it for this edition of the Goodwill DVD and Blu-ray shopping video. Let's head to the car and see what I grabbed. Alright everyone, I am back at the car and we are going to see what I grabbed. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to find Showgirls. Last time I was here, I saw a lot of copies of Showgirls and I missed out. But I did get lucky because today was color blue, and whatever color of the day it is, that color is 50% off. So let's see what I grabbed. Okay, so I ended up getting 3 titles, each for $3 each, and today was half off, so I ended up spending $4.82. The first title I got was The Others with Nicole Kidman in this 2-disc Dimension Collector's Edition. I remember buying this in one of the, you know, in the heyday of DVDs, and then I got rid of it and never rebought it. And like I say, I know Criterion is issuing, I believe, a 4K, so I would like to get that, but here I got the DVD with all the special features. Okay, the next title I got was The Passion of the Christ, and I've actually never seen this edition before, the definitive edition, with a bunch of special features, including a recut version of the film, a commentary from Mel Gibson, an exclusive documentary. So I thought this was pretty good to find, and I heard they're making a sequel, The Passion of the Christ 2. Well, yeah, because, you know, he gets crucified. Did they go over the resurrection in this film? I'm not too sure, but Jesus comes back from the dead. And on the 3rd day, he rose again and was seated at the right hand of the Father, God Almighty. And then next up, one of my favorite movies is All the President's Men, you know, based on the Watergate scandal. Woodward, Bernstein, the famous reporters who unraveled Deep Throat, right? The Nixon tape, Watergate Hotel. I wasn't even born, but great movie. Love this movie. And like I say, part of the trilogy, so the Pakula trilogy, All the President's Men, Clute, and The Parallax View for that 70s crime goodness. So those are my 3 titles for today. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, go ahead and give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel and tap that notification bell and drop a comment down below. Let me know what you found of your Goodwill and what you think of these movies I got, and I will see you next time.